Hello. I'm back again. It's been a long time coming since I'm gonna do another tier list video essentially because it's been a long time since I did one. Uh, because after watching almost every gamera movie, I might as well. So let's get this started. Gamera the Invincible. Yeah. I'd put it about there. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing special about it, really. Aside from that little surprise that Gamera can fly, and I guess adding a kid into the mix, I guess. That's either in the films, it's usually very annoying when they add kids into the films, to say the least. Cause usually the kids are very annoying. They somehow know way more than the adults in these movies. So yeah, I, I I'd put it about there. Gamer versus Barugon. I actually liked this one more. I'd put it about there. Yes, the plot was slow and the action could have been better, the kaiju action, but it was the story. Even though it was slow, it's still good. Like it was still interesting. Stuff happened in this film. There was just this film wasn't very generic like the last one was. It was a great follow up. Scales. See, I think I should put it right there, there, there we go. Because the Showa films are not nearly as good as what comes later usually. Like legit. Gamma versus Gauss. I mean, I'd put it about there. This one definitely set the standard for the entire series. So, yeah. Yes, they did bring kids back into this film, but whatever. It's good. Really good. Like the monster action, it could still be better. There, the monster action is definitely bogged down by the suits apparently not being able to handle the actions on screen. Some of the effects are really unconvincing as well. So, yeah. Let's see what. Oh no, 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 no. You're getting the C rank for you, Gamma versus Virus. This film. uh, Yeah, this is just not a very good one at all. Like, yeah, it's it's not the worst in the Gamma series so far, but I'd put it here just because this is the first time in the entire series where it decides to use stock footage in a very lazy way. The side plot is very boring. The military, it's back and does nothing just because they captured a couple of kids in the ship. And yeah, it just, it's just, at least the monster action at the end was fun. It's goofy, much like much like the film, much like these two, but not nearly as many. It's not nearly as memorable. It was just, it's just not nearly as memorable. Let's see what's next. Oh, Guerra versus Queer on. Yeah, I'd put it about there. Once again, the kids are very annoying. See, the plot twist of the aliens actually being evil. Well, you could see that coming from a mile away. One of the saving graces of this film is that the monster Guiron is really memorable. His design is genuinely cool. I mean, yeah, and especially the first scene you see him, where he brutally murders that gauss, depending on the version you watch. It's heavily censored in a lot of the re-releases of it. So, yeah. It's, it's like, the kaiju is really memorable, but just not one of the best. Let's see, Gamera versus Jiger. And I'd also put that in the B rank. Because, yeah, once again, something about these films, they made the kids very annoying. It is a shame. It shamed out the. I mean, it's. They won't stop mentioning the 70s Expo for some reason. Because Daiei decided to. Let's. Okay, they decided to advertise it in this film. That's like an integral plot point. But they won't stop telling you about it. They literally the first minutes of the film, they tell you about the expo. And that's like one of the first things they worry about when Jagger shows up into the actual city. Oh no, we gotta stop him from destroying the expo. We can't let him get near the expo. Oh man. Like it it's slightly boring, really. Just it's it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I mean, it's kind of fun. It has its moments. It's got a little more goofy moments than Gamera versus Vera's, at least. And the monster, Jagger has some pretty cool abilities. Some absolutely weird ones. Whatever. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. All these films, essentially, there is a pattern in, like, let's see, these three films is that the military tries to find is usually trying to find a weakness to the monster and use it to kill it before Gamera comes along and exploits that weakness to kill it, I guess. Because, let's see, this film, let's see, Gamera drowns Baragon in a lake in this one. He throws Gauss into a volcano in this one. Wait, he didn't even do that at all in this film. He stabbed it with some kind of stick that was keeping it on the ground. Yeah. Let's see. We have. I'd put Gamera versus Tiger around C rank because it was. I mean, it's just really boring. It was just really boring. That's the only thing that knocks it down. The fights are not. The kaiju sometimes won't even. They'll fall asleep. Like, literally, sometimes they won't even fight each other because they keep falling asleep. And you could. Like, legit. The kaiju action is not interesting and not nearly as memorable. This one had barely any goofy moments in its fights. Because, mind you, they include that because these films are aimed at a younger audience, I guess. This is why Godzilla started doing that. Yeah. Ah, man. Cause, yeah. Yeah, it's just very boring. The human plots are, like, just not great. It's just not memorable at all. And it's just very boring. Let's see. That's going D rank. This is honestly the worst. Legit, nothing happens in the plot. All the monster fights are reused from the older films, so this film is easily skippable. You could easily not watch this film because it has nothing to do with it. The only thing you have to know in this film is that Gamera dies at the end. Let's see. Let's see. Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. S rank. Legit, even better than the Godzilla Heisei films. The cinematography, the human story, legit, it's all great. The only thing I'd say is wrong with it is that some of the smaller Gausses, they look kind of goofy. Legit, they just look, their eyes, they're just kind of goofy. Let's see, we got Scammer 2. Yeah. No, no, this is Scammer 2. Yeah. It's just the same story, except the suits don't look as goofy. Legion is genuinely cool. I'd put it above there. Let's see, Gamma 3. This one, the only thing bogging it down on this one is the ending. Because it shows some serious high stakes for the ending, and then it never shows you what happens. It's like legit. Like everything about this film, aside from the ending, is absolutely great. Let's see. Camera the Brave, A rank. I mean, it decides to bring back kids as one of the main characters, just like in the rest of the Gamera series. But he's not as nearly as annoying, and I'd put that slightly above Gamera vs. Gauss. And also, this movie is known as Toto instead, because at the beginning of the film, Gamera blows himself up to kill a couple Gauss. And so I guess he laid this egg so that someone could replace him, I guess. Yeah, it's quite something, but essentially this is just my opinion on the Gamera series. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please remember to like and subscribe.